So what we will understand that the subset sum problem. So in that, firstly we understand the what is the problem statement and what are the similarity with the 01 knapsack, because this problem is developed by the 01 knapsack. That's why they derived from the 01 knapsack. And code variation, what is the how this initialization will happen, and the code. First of all, the problem statement is that what the problem statement have conveyed that the suppose we have given the array. What are the array? We given the 2, 3, 7, 8, and 10. This is the array. This we have to given, and the with along with the array we have given us some variable, which is, for example, here we have given the 11. We have to return either the true or false. That means if we divided this array into the sub sequence or the sub array or subset, then we can we get this can we get this sum can we get sum of the subset is equal to 11? If yes, then you have to return the true, otherwise you have to return the true false. For example, if I talk about the here, there is a 2, 3, 7 and 8 and 10. If you consider that the 8 and 3, if you do this, the sum of the 8 and 3 is equal to the 11. That means the return type of the it's true. That means this is a valid in this is a output. But if I talk about the sum of the 12, can sum equal to 12? Yeah, 10 plus 2 is can be sum equal to 12. And similarly, if I talk about the 13, 2 plus 33 is equal to return true in case of the 30 also. This will return the true. So this is a problem statement. Understand what are the problem statement and what I want to convey. Then what is the similarity between this and the 01 knapsack? If I talk about the 01 knapsack, there is a two things. One of the is value array, and second of the is a weight array. And we have the maximum weight what can be a knapsack allows to consider inside of the. Yeah. Firstly, and similarly that this is the maximum maximum value we have. And if I talk about here, there is an array, and along with that we have a target value or target or the subset some value. So instead array is considered with this, and maximum value is considered as the sum. The first similarity is this one. That means we have the weight array, and we have the weight array, and and value array, and size. If I talk about the size, size, that means knapsack's volume, whatever the knapsack volume, weight maximum, that means weight maximum is the similarity, and weight is equal similar to the array value. And what are the similarity other than this? There is an option in knapsack. What we have the choice that whether I have the option is to include into the knapsack, or otherwise include in the knapsack, or exclude from the knapsack. Similarly, we have the here also a choice that I can include it into the subset, or otherwise I cannot include in the I have the choice that either I will include this, either I will exclude. So that are the similarity with the 01 knapsack. And if I talk about the code variation or the initialization of the thing, if there is a 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, and there is a 11. So in 01 knapsack we create the array of the n plus 1, and maximum weight plus 1. Similarly, here we created an array of the n plus 1 equal to 6, and the sum plus 1 is equal. What are the sum of this one? Not this one. Sum is given here, that 11 plus 1 is 12, and we distribute at the in the table format, that the table format 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a total overall is a 5, and that's why it is 6 index, and this is a 7. this is a sum, and this is a length of the array, or element of the array. If I think about the initialization. So there is a two things. What is the things? That means we have the size of the array 0, 1, 2, 3, and we have the maximum sum 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose if I talk about you, then if the length of the if the we want as a subset which having the sum equal to, we having this array which I want the sum equal to how much? Sum equal to 0. So yeah, if you want sum equal to 0, then no matter the what are the size of array, they always return a true. So in case of the, if the size of array is 1, then it return 2. If the size of array 2 array 3 then the subset sum can be true in the all cases, if the sum if your required sum is equal to the true. If your required sum is not if you have given the array empty array, and but you want to sum as a 1, it's possible not. So in that situation we have to fill it with the false. So that means in case of the, if the sum equal to 0, then put the all the value of the sum of the 0, and if the sum is greater than 1, and if size of the array is 0, then it return the false. So that means it's not possible. So I understand the how to initialize, and then now we understand the code variation in zero knapsack. There is a things if I talk about the zero knapsack, in knapsack problem is what knapsack problem, there is an like that, if weight weight of the I, current weight of the I is greater or equal to j, then we have the option that the other I can include it, or other can I exclude it. D of the I and j equal to max of the, whether I have the option that the I want to include it or exclude it. If I want to include it, then we have the option that the I can join the weight of that array. So weight of the I minus 1, and call for the return t of the I minus 1, and if I including is, then its weight should be decrease I minus 1, and this one. This is for the including. If I am not including it, then we doesn't no need to write the weight of the volume array. We generally have to call with the n minus 1, and j we have to say return if maximum weight is given there. If weight is given weight is less than the maximum weight is sorry, and if else, what are the options that the t of the I and t of the j is not included, that means ti minus 1, or is the remaining weight is the target weight is the j, and here are the subtracting. If I talk about the what are the similarities in that, of initially, first of all, the weight array is equal to the array of I. That means if current array of I value, current array of I value, that means if array of I value index is slightly less, that means the current array of I value, I minus 1 value is less than the target value, less than or equal to the target value, then either we have the option key, if we include it, then I can add it, or otherwise if I am not including, then I have the option that I can exclude it. That means we have the, and here are the what are the, we return the max value, but here what we have, by what we will return, we have to return the t of the I minus t of j equal to what is that? If I included it, then t of firstly we are equal to the lower number, and if I included, then I have to subtract j minus target. J is the target, and from the target value I have to subtract the recent value, array of minus 1. This is the including. Or I have here the return type should be a booleans. That's why here I make a slash and t of the I minus. If I not included it, then there is no need to decrease the target. This is if array of r minus is less or equal to the j, and if I am not including a t of the I minus t of j equal to t of I minus 1 and j t of I minus 1 and j, and if I am not including, else condition is. If I talk about the what is the code structure, it should be the code should be that if array of I minus 1 is equal less than or equal to j, then target I j equal to considering the or between them, and if I included it, then I have to subtract it. Otherwise I doesn't need to subtract it if I am not including it. Understanding this all the things. So this is the variation of the code. The whole remaining code are the same, but this is the only variation in the code. See the what are the problem statement. I have already told you that the what is the statement of the question is that the whether we have to 3 34 and 4, if the sum equal to then I can from the subset of the 4 3 2 is sum equal to 9. Similarly here, if there is not possible that the getting sum equal to 13, that's why it return false. There is a not possible, there is a possible to getting the sum equal to 30, that's why we include a true here. And how I solve this question, how to solve this problem statement. So as I told you that the we have as I told you that a subset sum is possible, then I created a boolean array t of the boolean. It's not a primitive data type, it is a object data type. And initialization, this two are the for the initialization. For what? If keep the all having the column with having 0 index, and row, keep the all row have to column at 0 index, or from the starting row to you have to finish it, you have to write down in the 0 true. And then after that the after if the sum should be greater than 1 greater than 0, and the number of the element present in the subset array equal to the number of subset the number of element present in the array equal to 0, then in all the cases we have to return the false. So for we have initialized the for loop for int I equal to 1 to I is for whole length and for the whole column. If j of the is greater than current array, then we include the t of the I and j equal to t of the I minus 1. Why we have done the I minus 1? Because I call to the recursion of the previous state, and j minus array of I minus 1 and or cases if I including it, then how it will done, and if I excluding it, how it will done. And then else condition is how, and after doing this all the things, I have to return the last remaining part of, if this is array, then I have to return this part of the array. That's why the return this is a return, that means array dot length and sum. I have to return this all this. There is one or another way to do these things. If I talk about how this question will solve, we using recursion. Then we have the return type is a boolean, and we have the function of the function and int array, and in the sum or the index. Index is the what is the index? Index is the last value. If index equal to is the array dot length, or sum is less than 0. That means in both the cases I have to return the true, false, sorry, in the false. If the sum equal to 0, then in the situation I have to return true. This is for the handling the lower. I will return the true, or if only this is the condition, then I have return false for this condition. And then after this I have closed it. This is for the handling the code, sir. Then I will call I don't have to worry about the whether the sum is less than negative. There the for handling that I write down the variable in the base case. But if the fun equal to array sum minus array of index, or index plus 1, or I called with the, if I include it, if I doesn't include the array of I no change in the sum and index plus 1. Here index I started with the 0. That's why I am here putting the array dot length. If I doesn't include it, and simply call it and return it, or close the function. This is the way, one of the other way to write down the program for this subset sum problem.